Okay. No more YOLO escapes and no more messing up the escape either. I think we just did backflip earlier or later, I really don't know. Like, sometimes our angle just randomly changes there, and it doesn't happen that often, but it's happened twice now. We'll make it through the intro again. I mean, any percent is pretty unforgiving, so this is what I signed up for. But I really think we can get sub 23. So many things had to fall into place, and we were so close with that 2302. Surprised like Link's face there isn't like in like a million memes. Like, it's such a funny face that he makes, and there's like no reference to that in the internet anywhere. I guess it couldn't be a Twitch emote because copyright. I was messing around with Mido Skip earlier. I got like so close to getting it on a virtual console. But like if I spent an entire day like I can get the clip part where you side hop and then you jump slash and then you clip into the water. But you have to swim like perfectly at a perfect angle if you want to actually skip Mido, and you're much more likely to just swim out of bounds. Like, you'll fall off the water and just fall to your death, or just pop back on land instead of actually skipping Mido. Like, it's literally the most precise trick in the game. There's no RNG, but still. It's something I couldn't do in runs if I ever got it, but I just want to do it, you know, once just to be cool. Maybe next time I mess around with Mido Skip, I'll stream it. I've gotten pretty close. I've gotten to the point where like you get in in the middle of Mido's little circle, and that means you're really close, but it's not close enough. I haven't attended AGDQ before, but I think I might be going to this one, AGDQ 2015. It's in Washington, D.C., and I'm from Long Island, so I actually could drive there like 4 or 5 hours, or take a plane. And it'd be really cool to go and meet all the speedrunners. And it'd be manageable too, because I might be able to take some friends along from Smash, because I play Melee a ton. I go to Melee tournaments all the time, so I know some people from there's a bunch of people who play Melee who also speedrun, and vice versa. Like Jono, Cosmo. Those aren't two people that I know personally, but there are others who aren't as well known. So like if I went, I wouldn't be like a loner, like I'd know some people. Okay, no more trolling there. I think it's because I just turned around a little better there. I turned backwards a little more sharp, which is probably a good thing to do. I've heard though, like, that if you go to AGDQ, you can't like necessarily watch like the actual runs live, you have to like watch it on a projector. And it's like boring. Like, I don't know, but might be a risk I have to take. Like, I wanted to go to Apex this year too, but that's gonna be my first weekend back to college. Like, literally, I'd have to miss like my first Friday of classes. So I don't know how realistic that is. AGDQ is the weekend before I go back, so that's not too bad. Good escape. Not perfect, but like we had to do that. We missed the side hop thing, but it's not the end of the world. Decent movement there. These rolls are actually kind of tricky sometimes. They're fun though. Alright, red rupee, please. Yeah, that literally might be it, that we just need to hold right longer. Like, you gotta put it all into that side hop. It's gotta be all your energy into one side hop. Okay, that's fine. We're about even with our PB. Which our PB was pretty good in the beginning, so no problems there. We got the red rupee, we're good to go. Okay, we can actually still save time though, even with that little mistake. We can theoretically save 11 seconds on Cuckos. Or even more if we're really good. And we get a best split, which would be blue in our case. For most people, they have their best splits as gold, but we have it as blue. And we still got the backflip, so we're not that slow. Not the best RNG on him, though. Getting and grabbing the Cucko if he's far away there doesn't waste too much time, but having to walk back does, because you can only walk with the Cucko or back walk. Okay, this is not great, because the RNG's been crap, but still not terrible. I'm not a fan of where these guys are currently, but we're working with it. It's hard to, it's like, this is a really hard segment, by the way. Like, it may look like a lot of silliness, but that's pretty much why it's difficult, because a lot of like silly things can happen. Minor movement errors if you miss grabbing one, and it wastes a bunch of time, because everything else in the run is like much more consistent. This is like RNG. And just like reacting to different situations. It's a very weird part of the run. It's annoying. Like, you can have a great run, but it could just be killed by these Cuckos. So like, this guy could be all the way up the hill like he pretty much was there, and that wastes time because I have to walk all the way back down the hill and roll up the hill to get him. These guys are okay. Go. Oh, but he's diverging to I don't know where. Okay, this is manageable. Good reset. This is the time save split. This is make it or break it. 23 seconds of time save possible here. Well, 22 and like a half or whatever. So we could be ahead like we were like 9 seconds there, but it's not critical. Although it's helpful. Good. Good. Okay, we're not going for any YOLO strats just yet. And assuming this tree will be good, we can buffer the Gohma clip a little bit and be ahead. Although having more time saved from the bottle would be nice for sure, but I'll take what I can get. Japanese text, though, is honestly so much faster than when I used to run English, which I did for the first 106 runs. Then I spent 5 hours trying to hack my Wii and I got this version. Okay, this should be fine. Yep, it was fine. That was close, but it made it. Good. I'm getting trolled. Could be worse. It's not a big deal. Good. Very nice. Not perfect, but we got it. Honestly, didn't need to do the jump slash there, but this is almost on par with best. We're buffering the shit out of this. Alright, calm down. Oh god. We got second try. A lot of buffers. This is still sub 23 potential. We threw away most of our time, but we can still do it. It's gonna be difficult. Especially considering how good my PB's last two splits were. Alright, calm the fuck down. I'm not that nervous, but I'm a little nervous to the point where it's messing me up. Although I'm sprung there. Or at least we got the trick. Very nice. Surprised that wasn't gold. Okay, we're literally very likely to lose time here. Our PB was a little over 1 second off of best, as you see in the top left. So, well, we can't afford to lose too much time. I mean, theoretically we get a new best here, but that's hard to do. This is a very, very long split. We got, like, this is an interesting situation for sure. We got a little bit of time to work with, not a lot. Like, enough to PB and enough to get sub 23, but not going to be easy. Thanks, Super. I felt like the lineup was bad, but it was fine. Like I thought we had like a bad angle. Okay, don't get trolled here and fall off. Good. We gotta be careful at one of these next things, because sometimes I've been falling here. We'll be a little careful. Might be the one right in this door. Good. Good movement through that room. Is it here? I'm pretty sure it's right here. Yeah, no reason to even jump there. It wastes time, actually, I think. If we jump. Not a big deal. Not terrible. We had trouble in the beginning, but we're in a good position too, which helps. We threw away our crouch stab value, so we had to re-get it. Wasted a few seconds. We're full health, which is very refreshing to know. We can afford to take a little bit of damage. We can't afford to burn our shield. Waste a little bit of time, not a big deal. You go first, Zelda. You go first. Come on, don't. If I get hit, Zelda stops, and that wastes time. If we get the kiss, that's going to be an interesting question. Probably not. We don't have that much time to line it up compared to most people. No, we didn't. A little too far to the right. Oh god, this is literally 22:59 pace. We could go for Deku Stick ISG, but I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to try to play really well. Our PB wasn't the best split, but our best split had Deku Stick ISG, which I'm not going for here. Unless I'm really confident, which is, it's almost like luck. No, I'm not going for that. Oh god. Ganon, please. I don't know, it's honestly might be worth going for it. No, but like I'm so bad at it, that's the thing. I like haven't practiced it at all today. I'll miss it. We can have a good Ganon in sub 23, so I think we're not going to go for it. It's a bad idea. That was slow. I'm thinking about it now, but it saves us a few seconds at most. At the moment, I'm not going for it. Okay, got the normal ISG. That was very good. I don't know what position we're going to be in now. That was slow. We'll see. That's out of my control now. But this is quicker than we've had it before. Yes! We got it. Jesus, that is just what we wanted. We got sub 23. We didn't smash our PB, but we got our goal, guys, and that's what counts at the end of the day. This run was pretty good. We'll look it over. Geez, okay. Good thing we didn't go for the Deku stick ISG. It would have been like 22:58 if it worked, but not a big deal. What worked, worked. A little slow at the end there. I missed like a hit on Ganon, but it didn't matter for the purpose of this run. Thanks, Grim. Damn, I'm very happy I got my goal. Okay, so we'll go over the run. Escape was pretty good. I mean, I think we had like maybe, I don't even remember, but we had like minor movement errors. It went fine. Thank you, Super Saiyan and Grim Jibbles. Kakariko was pretty damn good. I think we got the West first try. We got the Red Rupee. I played that split a little bit slow, just like within like 2 seconds, just to make sure we get the Red Rupee and we get the West, and it paid off. We got all those things. So, I mean, we lost a tiny bit of time, 0.7 seconds, but it was totally worth it because we hit everything. The bottle was pretty good. I mean, it was a little bit sloppy, and it's still going to be a time save split in future runs. But not too much to complain about for that bottle. It just could have been like, it could have definitely been faster, but it could have been a lot slower too. So I'll take it, but we can still save around 9 seconds there maybe. Maybe a little more if we get a God bottle too. The scrub split was great. That's literally, we did exactly what we needed to do. We had around 22 seconds of time saves there, and we took around, I'd say around 19 of them. 18, 19 or so. I'm bad at math. So, But yeah, around 19 seconds of time saves. We took 19 of those like 22 seconds, which was fantastic. Gohma was probably the worst split in the run. We got ISG, which was no problem. I'm very happy about that. But then we I think what happened was Gohma's position was not that great. So we pause buffered for the correct frame, but Gohma didn't push us through the wall because her position was bad. So I did the backup, which is where if you don't get it the first try, you hold left on the control stick, and then you try again, you backflip on the same frame of Gohma's eye, and that actually worked, although we had to pause buffer that too. So we wasted quite a bit of time there, like 13, 14 seconds. 13 seconds off PB and 14 seconds off if that was all unbuffered or so. Because my previous PB had like a perfect Gohma. It was unbuffered, no pauses whatsoever, we hit everything. So we actually lost a lot of time on Gohma here. The wrong warp split was great, if we look at that. We saved a little bit of time, which I was hoping to do just to come into this with a bigger lead. And it paid off because that time was pretty much what we PB'd by. The collapse was a little sloppy. The Stalfos were decent, although I slashed after I did the Deku Stick jump slash, and that wasted some time because I had to do another Deku Stick jump slash to get my crouch stab back. So that wasted a bunch of time. But we came into Ganon with minus 4.1, and we only lost 40 milliseconds. And like, you'll look at my PB's split there, and it's like 4 seconds slower than my best. But my best split there uses the Deku Stick to get ISG instead of equipping the Kokiri Sword, which is around 4 seconds faster. So for that strat of equipping the Kokiri Sword, we basically tied with our best. So that was a very nice Ganon. Like, at the end there, one of the hits was kind of sloppy, but that wasted a second or two. It's not a big deal. So yeah, like, very, very good run. Even if it's slightly better than the end, then even if it's just slightly better than my PB, it did reach the sub 23 realm, which was my goal going into this. So we accomplished our goal, and when you do that, it always feels good. But yeah, like, it feels kind of silly celebrating for like minus 3.7, and like normally you would be like annoyed that you only PB'd by that much, but we literally, like, I probably said it at some point in this run that I would be happy with a 22.59, and that's what we got. Well, we got 22.58. That split might be a little late, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think this run was 22.57. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this run. We didn't get a single. Okay, by the way, I must say this. Those are not gold splits. That means those splits that are yellow means that I'm ahead, but I lost time. I use blue for my best splits. So if I got a blue split, it means it's my best segment for that split. So we didn't actually get any best segments in this split, in this run. We just kind of came close to a bunch of them, which is always good. You know, you don't have to necessarily get best splits. In Cosmo's 1810, he didn't get any single best splits at all. He just kind of came close to them, which is all you need to do for a good run. But yeah, so the major time saves in the future runs are going to be at Gohma. You know, 13 seconds there is a big deal, and you know, we'll save time on Gohma, and also the bottle we can save a little more time. Yeah, Super Saiyan, I am planning on learning faster strats. There's a few things I could do. I could start getting ISG with the Deku Stick, but that's not a big deal. I could learn the Skulltula Hover, which is just a faster B1 skip, which saves a little bit of time, and then the main thing, the thing that's on everyone's mind, is the Void Warp, which I think I will have to get around to learning eventually, or even soon, depending on how much time I have. The Void Warp is where you void out based on like you Hess off a rock, hyperextended super slide during the tower collapse, and then you clip into a loading zone at the same time that you void out, and you can skip most of the tower collapse, which saves 2 minutes, which is quite a big deal. Except that it's an extremely difficult trick, and it's partially based on RNG because the rocks can fall at random places, but it would be a big deal to learn that. But for my route currently, this was a very nice run. Like, it would have been even better, but like, if we had a better Gohma, but like, I'm a human being, and like, no human can do an entire run without making any mistakes. Even the world record has some mistakes. It's just about minimizing the mistakes and making up for them. A little bit of motivational speech for you guys. We'll see. I might do one more run after this. And this was run number 188. And I always let the credits run in my runs. Or my PBs. Didn't mean to use repetition there. But yeah, this is definitely a big day. A small PB, but a major milestone of sub 23, and I'm very proud of myself and this run. Hopefully my mic didn't fuck up again. It's been happening more than I'd like. Oh, we should probably put this in. I mean, I have a little note that I can add with OBS that says more runs after credits, but just to keep this recording nice and like free of spammy shit with OBS, we'll hold off on that, and I'll just tell you guys that after the credits we'll do at least one more run. You probably just heard my guy Azo though. But so this was a great weekend. We met a ton of smashers in upstate New York. We got 3rd place out of 40 in a melee tournament, and we made $60 from that because I also got 3rd in teams, and I PB'd in Ocarina of Time. I got my goal of sub 23. Like, what more could you ask for a weekend? Like, jeez. Although it's technically Monday right now because it's 12:53 a.m. No mic jittering this run. Thank God. I like panicked there for a second because I thought you said no, the mic was jittering this run. I'm like, fuck. But then I reread it. And this run will probably be submitted to Zelda Speedruns. They tend to they're very cool over there. They have a very nice system of like a leaderboards for the runs, and that's pretty much what the other speedrunning communities need, like a ranking system. Yeah, I was actually, my friend Killer, he has a good point. Like, good thing that this run wasn't 2301 or 2300, because like the window right to the right of me, like two or 3 feet, it would be, I would jump right out that window. There's a Majora's Mask speedrunner, Full Grown Gaming, who is going for sub 130 minutes in that game, and he's gotten, I think, 8 PBs in the 130s. He went from 1 hour 30 minutes 08 to 1 hour 30 minutes 04. Then the other day he went to 1 hour 30 minutes 02, and like a million attempts to get those. But yeah, I didn't have that problem. I smashed sub 23, not by a lot, but we got it. Anyway guys, great run, and we will do some more. But this is probably where we're going to end the highlight. So thanks for